Casper, well done. Straight sets today, but a slightly complicated passage. 4-1 down in the first, and I think Nuno had a couple of points for 5-1 double break, didn't he? So to come out of it in straight sets, you must be relieved and pretty pleased with the scoreline at least.
Yeah, thank you. I kind of crawled my way into the first set and somewhat stole it a bit there. It's my it's my view on it. Like you said, I was down 4-1, a couple of points for 5-1, so he was really feeling it in the beginning, stressed me, made a lot of deep flat shots here on a fast, slippery court. It's not easy to do much, but I crawled my way back into it. It was only one break, even though you're down 4-1. Tell yourself that it's only one break. Things can happen, and I, really raised my return game and the level of my return game, and got more balls back into play, and won some important points there towards the end of the first set. And second set was a little different. Saved a few break points here and there, and then missed a few myself, but then got the break and served my way through. So really happy with the match from, let's say, 1-4. Of course, it didn't get the best start, but that's how it goes sometimes. And I had a tough time against Nuno last time in Roland Garros, so nice to get my revenge.
A lot of your peers, and particularly players who we might expect to be winning matches quite in straightforward manner here, have said to me, "That wasn't pretty, but I'm winning." Can you sympathise with that, and maybe can you describe and explain why that's been the case the last few days here in Toronto?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not the player to talk about the pretty tennis necessarily myself always, but I think the courts are really fast here, and the balls as well, so maybe hard for people to tell on TV, but I think all players can agree on something this week. When you ask the players, it's funny because when you ask, like, do you like this ball, and then some will like it, some will not, and then you have like, oh, some will say it's fast, some will say it's slow, whatever, but depending a bit where you come from as well, which tournament you played maybe last week. But I think if you ask all the players here, they will all say that it's fast, and the ball is kind of not as kind of grippy, if you can say that. So the spin balls don't really, it's not easy to generate spin here. So if you can keep the ball low and deep, it's really, really hard to do anything with it. And if you're late, it's hard to kind of save it with your hand or with spin. So it's just, it's fun because I think majority of the hard courts that we play are particularly slow, and organizers try to make it slow. And even though, I maybe personally I prefer to play on a slower court, I think it's fun to try something different. And typically Toronto and Cincinnati have been fairly fast, and then let's see how that tournament will be this year. But it's all in all, it's fast here, and it's not that easy to kind of play too many long rallies, but it'll happen every now and then.
Interesting stuff. Into the last 16. Well done.
Thank you.